Uranium and uranium stocks have been one of the big disappointments of the young year 2025. There are 4 reasons you need to know to understand what's going on in the uranium market and what to do with uranium stocks. And I give you my 3 top picks for uranium stocks to buy right now as a swing trade or even as a long-term investment. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month. Let's not kid ourselves. This looks brutal. This is a Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. Wow, we didn't expect to see this and sure didn't want to see it. We look at the Global X Uranium ETF, which has the miners. That one looks even worse. If you zoom out, you can see, wow, we went right through this lower support zone here, which held up nicely 3 times in the past 2 months and was quite important. And we are right. If this gets confirmed, this breakdown, we are likely heading down to this long-term uptrend. But this then, and this is the important point to start this video with, is an excellent buying opportunity. First off, because we have the uptrend and we have the horizontal support zones. So we have 2 vectors of support for this uptrend that has been in place since 2020. So this is then an area where you want to be on the buy side. But why? Why is uranium struggling so much? There are 4 reasons for it. The first one is that the Trump administration, in which uranium investors put a lot of hope with all the talk about Trump, make America great again, and I want to make the US the #1 for SMR directors, and his choice for Energy Secretary Chris Wright, who's a nuclear energy bull. Well, the administration has done nothing. So that frustrated, obviously, some investors. The second point that's really important is that the utilities are not buying. So this is the uranium spot price. Look at this. Look at the strong breakdown that we saw in December, January, and now February. And the reason is the utilities are not buying. Now, you need to understand how the buying cycle for utilities in nuclear energy sector works. Basically, when the prices go down, the utilities actually don't step into the market to buy more. They step back and say, oh, let's wait and see where all this plays out. Maybe the price goes even lower. Because they have, obviously, inventory, so they don't need to buy right now. They buy for the next 3 years. So they say, well, maybe we'll get a cheaper price. So they step back. So there is not much buying happening, and that's why the price is going down. By the way, we see the opposite when the price is going up. Then the utilities step in and say, ooh, I need to buy now because the price is going up. Otherwise, I will pay more. So now we, unfortunately, have the negative effect with the utilities. That's the second reason. The third reason is the US-Russia talks concerning the war in Ukraine, and obviously the Trump tweet, which in typical Trump speech said that something big could be coming in terms of reduction of nuclear weapons with the US and Russia, which triggered fear in the market that there might be more uranium coming to the market, by Russia, by the US basically reopening economic relations with Russia, or through any type of nuclear arms deal with the US and Russia. And the fourth reason is, and this is very important, there's no positive momentum for uranium stocks in the market. I mean, you can see it here in the chart, right? The uranium stocks, with very few exceptions, like Chemical, for example, are stocks that are primarily driven by retail investors. And retail investors, they go where the momentum is. If the uranium stocks are hot, everybody's buying uranium stocks. If they're cold, like the uranium stocks are right now, nobody's buying it. But you know when the best time to buy is? Yes, when it's cold. And as you can see here with the RSI on the Sprott, we are reaching oversold levels. Now that doesn't mean that the uranium and uranium stocks will turn right now, but it will mean that we are reaching a point where things get interesting. Now, here are 3 uranium stocks that are not only oversold, but have reached very interesting buy zones. And we're starting with Denison Mines. As you can see, Denison Mines reaching a double support zone here of the horizontal blue line and the lower end of the uptrend that has been in place since 2020. This would be the best, with the exception of this low right here in 2024, would really be the best buying opportunity since 2023 at the low end of the uptrend channel. The RSI, pretty oversold, not extreme, but it's getting there. By the time we get here, the RSI should be in the oversold area. Really interesting. Now, we probably need some time for this to play out. This happens when you buy something that is out of favor and cold right now. But on the other hand, you get in at a really good price, at a really, really interesting buying zone that obviously you will not have when you wait till the momentum is back and things are popular. The second stock that I like right now, Energy Fuels. One of the fundamentally best and most interesting uranium stocks, because they not only do uranium, they also do rare earth, which is also something that the US desperately needs. As you can see, we have come into this important support zone. It has held once, twice, 3 times, 4 times since we went above it. I expect this to hold. Ideally, it goes to the midpoint, which we saw here, and that would be a great buying opportunity. As you can see, the RSI is not as oversold as it is with Denison Mines. So that makes sense. If we go down here, then we reach this area. But if we can get Denison at around 440, that is a great buy. And then the last uranium stock that I like right now, for our friends from down under, for the Aussies, Boss Energy. Beautiful. Look at this. Hit the uptrend and is turning around right now. We're also in a former resistance, now support zone. That's why it's blue and yellow. Yellow is usually the resistance, blue is the support. This one is kind of mixed because it used to be a resistance zone when we went under it, now support zone. This looks really good as well. In contrast to many, many other uranium stocks, Boss Energy made higher highs and higher lows. This looks way better than most other uranium stocks. And you want to buy what is going up and what's showing strength. So, Boss Energy, Energy Fuels, Denison Mines, my 3 top picks in the uranium market right now. Boss Energy is a buy right now, as you can see, because it held the uptrend today. The other 2 with limits that are close to getting triggered. And we will speak about the uranium sector soon and see what's going on there. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.